Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Kamani. I'm an artist that's from the East Coast and the DMV area, so I currently reside in Sin City of Las Vegas, but today I'll be sharing with you guys technically my first fucking YouTube video, okay? So I'm so excited. So I feel like I'm a multi-artist, if that's even a thing, because I love working with different types of art, such as this canvas art like this one, which is just one of the many things that can be done on canvases. I also do, like, you can do oils, you can do acrylics, you can glue stuff on canvas, you can do resins, pour paintings. There's so many different options that can be done on an actual just blank canvas. But this is what I'm just working on right now, which is just the acrylic and painting the actual concept. I also do purses and shoes, doing little stuff like that and creating my own little home decor, as well as nails and makeup. Okay, so I just have that I can do it myself mentality and just to create, different forms of art, which is amazing for me. Okay, so there was so many concepts to this goddamn painting, but right now I am currently working on just filling the hair that comes out of the helmet area of the warrior. So I'm just filling that in with black, and then once I do that and everything's all tucked in right, then I'll be able to basically create the hair streaks. Okay, so basically, as you can see here, I already started just basically creating like a gray multicolored streak within the black that I put over top, and just fading them in between the base of the helmet and then the end of the hairline. So just creating that actual gray different streaks within that base on top of the black that I've already done. And then once that is actually dry, I'm going back over top with a black just to create the little detailed hair streak lines. And that's another thing that I want to say too is basically when you're doing any type of hair, it's always about adding multi-colors, just doing a lot of colors. Different, it all depends on basically what type of hair color you're going for. Because it's black, I'm basically accentuating lighter hairs inside of the black so you can actually see the definition in the hair streaks. It's very time consuming, and based upon the position of the hair, you want to make sure that you go with the natural flow of it. You don't want everything to look all straight or whatever, so you go in the actual direction of where it was already drawn out. Doing these little hairs was so fucking crazy. I swear to God. I probably put maybe 50,000, 100,000 little pieces of hairs in this goddamn helmet. But when it's finished, it's going to look so amazing. Okay, so as you guys can see, I basically finished the hairline. It took everything out of me to do that shit. And I swear to God that I sped up all this time so you can actually see the time lapse of me creating this painting. Because if I did it in slow motion, Lord Jesus, in the actual time, oh my goodness, you guys will be like, this is what it takes. But if you're an artist, the more time you put into an actual painting, the better it comes out. Practice makes perfect, in addition to actually just pushing your craft. And let me get you guys hip, just a little bit while I'm working on this painting. Y'all could just watch and listen. So I started on this painting the last year, 2022. I worked on this painting during the end of the summer for real, just for a client of mine. He's really inspired by lions because of the strength and toughness that comes behind them, in addition to so many attributes lions have, honestly. Like, lions are just fucking great. This is my first animal painting, you guys, so I really wasn't able to record myself doing that part. I was just really so consumed in the painting. Sometimes you forget that you want to share. When you're really into your art, it's just your mind is just one track, so I'm honestly just trying to open up more and actually, record myself. I also forgot to record myself while working on the ombre in the background, so I'm sorry for my memory loss on that too. I was just so amped up into my vision coming together, and my first animal looking like an actual animal, you guys. Like, you have no idea. Trying to actually do animals and they don't look cartoonish, in addition with portraits, it's fucking insane. So just pushing my craft there, basically. Thank God I was actually able to capture the third portion of this amazing painting, because I was really just trying to push myself to not only finish but make sure that it would really be something, gallery worthy. I really wanted everything to come out nice and crisp and clean and sharp and, just pop, with color and everything like that. Honestly, I haven't done a warrior painting either, so this too is also like a first for me. I've done some portraits before, but I be so all over the place, to be honest. So I go off my spark of creativity and just my feelings to actually create something. Like I said, I actually had a client that inspired me to do this painting. So it really pushed me to not only finish, but just to see what I can actually do within the actual details of the painting and the actual suit, the armor. So bear with me, you guys, but you'll definitely see just a glimpse of everything of how I've actually painted and came up with this whole process. Okay, so as you guys can see that the helmet is basically finished and the hair is done. The hair looks fucking amazing. But the helmet within itself, it took about 3 to 5 different types of grays just to actually create the dimension in the helmet, and so you can actually see a 3D format instead of something looking 2D and flat. I wanted the actual helmet to look like it was actually kind of extended out, and you can actually see it routed off, you know, on the person's head. You don't want it to look so flat and it looks like literally a cartoon character type of thing. So I wanted to actually pop and give it real definition. By doing that, I had to actually fade and ombre and blend technically a lot of those grays together, using light and medium and dark grays just to create that dark texture and lighting in the actual helmet within itself. Also, I don't know if I mentioned that I basically use a silver metallic acrylic paint just to basically outline the helmet to give it that real definition, color, and pop, so you can actually see just the realism in the actual painting and have the actual metal look like metal. I also did that for the wardrobe itself. And while doing this painting, I needed to smoke and drink because I needed a stress reliever. Yes, I can relieve my stress by painting, but this painting did definitely pushed my limits. So I cried a little bit, you guys, just actually doing this painting. I felt like it was actually pushing certain limits in my body that I didn't even know I had. And I can feel the energy of all that being pushed. So I definitely needed my wine to relax, and I definitely needed my weed to smoke, okay? And that's one thing that I also want to mention too. Like I was saying, when you're doing any type of chrome or metal look, you also want to make sure that you're using multiple shades of colors. You never want to stick to just one or two or even three. The more colors that you use from light to dark will really show the definition and the dimension and the actual details of the metal or the chrome that you're painting. So be sure to make sure that you blend those colors correctly, and they're in certain areas to make sure that the light looks like it's going to hit it, and shades are going to actually show the definition and the actual wardrobe within itself. Okay, so right now I'm working on the hair for the cape, I guess you can say. So it's kind of like one of them old Viking movies and stuff like that, when they skinned the animals and they wore those as their coat, or just something to cover them during those cold times. So right now I am creating all the hair streaks and stuff like that. Remember when I said when you're doing hair, you have to make sure that you're flowing with the actual hair in the direction that you want it to go in. You just don't want it to just stick straight up. So you want to make sure that you're creating different dimensions. And because the cape or whatever is draped over his shoulders, you want to make sure you create that different definition and don't take away from the shoulder. And as you can see, I'm so fucking excited just how this painting is turning out. Just all the hairs within itself, just the detail, it really popped out, you guys. Like, I loved how I created this painting and just actually drawing all the little individual hairs. Even though it was so time consuming, the more hairs I actually put on that goddamn coat, it came alive, you guys. I thought I actually killed the animal myself. That's how good it looked. With the armor piece, I also wanted to look, kind of like rugged in a sense. So I basically went with the ram concept. So it's the ram head basically on the collarbone and the chest area, and then right on the stomach and the ribs area are two rams facing each other. So I wanted everything to kind of look real manly and aggressive and just look like he was really about to go into battle. Because my focus point was the actual warrior within itself and the wardrobe, and I didn't want to mess none of that shit up, I kind of left like the low bottom right corner blank in the canvas area just to kind of finish up the ombre tucked underneath his arm. I didn't want to put all that red underneath his arm just in case, I was fucking up, on the end when it came to his complexion. You guys, I was so excited to do this fucking painting. You have no idea. I was so happy. But doing all that, I just, doing finishing touches and making sure that everything was nice and detailed before I actually finished the ombre in that corner because it was so close to his actual arm. I didn't want anything to overlap or, I make more work for myself. doing the hoops or like the horns of the ram was pretty, I want to say, easy to do. Once you basically create the lines and the definition of where the ripples will go in the actual horn itself, then you're just basically using your dark to light shades of gray to create the definition and to show the separation in the horns to see that it's not just one piece. You can also see it's done in the shoulder pad area, so that's just one kind of horn that was taken from a ram that was put onto a shoulder pad. So all that is basically done with just using from basically like dark grays to light grays to accentuate each definition and each layer in the horn. Okay, you guys, my video is finally about to come to an end. I want to thank you guys so much for actually bearing with me and watching this process of the painting that I decided to try. I used the cheapest acrylic paint, to be honest. You can find it at Walmart for like less than $1. If you go to Hobby Lobby or like Michael's, then there'll be like $1 and some change. And as far as my paintbrushes, I will get better to try to let you know which one I'm using right now. I just have so many, and I just basically like pick up what I think will be best for the area that I'm painting, like if it's a small or big area, if I need to blend or do sharp lines. So it all depends on just, the concept that you're going for and what you're actually trying to create. Like I wouldn't use the same brushes if I was doing clouds or, other random shit like that. I also put finishing touches on the painting that you would see at the end when you see the final look. I use crystals to fill in the eyeballs for the rams, and I use like a textured paste to mix with the gray acrylic paint to create the shield and the rough edge look. Because I was shitty with recording myself and I did the best that I could for my first YouTube video. I'll attach the final look of this painting at the end. I wanted to thank you guys again really for clicking on this because it means so much to me. If I could hug you, trust me, I fucking would. So follow my Instagram art page at Dexterity's Art, and please subscribe, you guys. Thank you so much and have a great day.